Mirage it will be. And with Mirage, we got ourselves finally map number 2. After we had a little bit of an overtime here and there, and after we are seeing a struggling EHOME as well as a struggling Roar, back at it. This map being picked on the Chinese Taiwan side of EHOME, so they can run away with this early. And by that, I mean run away early the way we have seen it with the lads of Roar do it. We're gonna figure that out. First of all, X-Pro is gonna fall. Ethan finds himself a few, and so the bomb is down in favor of Wind as well. It's the entire team of Roar. 2 players are still there to find. Merrick is going to be very aggressive about it and probably hurt towards underpass. He goes not? He does. Okay, together with his teammate Shits. For a second I thought I was pranked by Chinese people. Taiwan people, but talking about that, underpass is being aggressed. Fjorn finds him in the end. Nearly flawless. Ethan the only one dead on the side of Roar. 1-0. A great start we're seeing right here of the Russian-Chinese mix. And as it goes, we got ourselves Roar. Not too much of a problem, possibly, but one thing we have learned from map number 1 is definitely that Roar is extremely vulnerable when it comes down to your opponent playing something along the lines of ZZs as well as the Eagles. As that mixture of CZ and Eagles can be a lethal combo to find 1 or 2 on each side. First of all, seeing the major aggression going here on to A. Fjord finding 1, rotating back, going maybe 1 for more aggression. He does, finds himself the bomb. Doesn't connect onto X-Pro Shack though. Suddenly, it is an Americ coming in from mid. And a 2v2, we're back at a repetitive pattern of behavior, I would call it. Probably there's a great psychological term to it as well, but I don't know it. Roar with losing 3 already, making their life just harder and harder. There's the spray finally working out. Barely sees a bit off the body there of B slowly, but in the end makes it work. And Roar with losing 3 have a very unfortunate situation to build up a decent economy, because you can't basically. There's no way that you can grow with the money you have on your bank accounts by consistently losing players who have to rebuy and rebuy. But you know, I see in the chat many people saying, wrong bets. How do you do this? Bad bets you've done. You've lost already. Remember, it's 2-0. We're going to start off the game. Don't be judgmental, alright? Be nice, have a great discussion. Include me in the discussion. Hey, Mr. Caster, who do you think you're going to win? Hey, Mr. Caster, what car are you driving? Hey, Mr. Caster, do you look cute? And then I show my face and then you judge yourself? Maybe we can arrange that. Maybe we can all be good human beings for once. Though Twitch chat and good human beings probably are not 100% working out, but yeah. And so it is at number 1. And I see in some, I always say his name wrong. Thank you very much for fixing the score. First of all, it seems like Ethan wants to fix the situation towards mid, but it gets denied in the process. With that happening, A site Already in favor here for Insane. Fat is finding B slowly as well. The Mollo pops in the right direction and brings Insane in a very uncomfortable situation where he nearly burns away. And if Roar is able to pick up the fourth, they're having great circumstances to come here into a great first half. A little gap, Fat is not using it. And Vadim as well as Wind. Just waiting for the right timing, and especially as it's the right timing to find them all. 1 minute is left, a little early, possibly you could say. But Wind is patient as he is. Just rather waits in connector for the right timing. And then gets denied. That is painful. Vadim has just 41 HP. He's a body shot away from taking down 2. He knows where Insane is. He rotates wide. Hopes to find X-Pro check. Right kind of aggression. There's a bit of information. He finds one. Does he get himself a second as well? It's not too unobvious where the final one is, and he does it. Triple kill, and so far, Roar taking a lead without losing a single round yet. 4-0, and EHOME do once more, though, major damage onto Roar. You gonna cast Rekka 2? Yes, I do. It is rhyme game, and the time game, but, you know, it always goes right when Rekka is about to fight. By the way, I'm the ghostwriter of Eminem. Tell me what you want. Every hater, I'm gonna bang him then. Wow. My rap game is just on point. Though I see Twitch chat already spamming cringe. Either way, 4-0 it is, and as we're talking about it, Roar, they take a good lead so far. Do you think EHOME can 1-1? I think so. I think they actually have good individual players, but first of all, they need to make it work as a unit. X-Pro check, slowly Insane in first shits. They've taken a good bunch of control right now towards the A side as it is actually be slowly taken free. To remind you once more, this is the EHOME map pick. We're in for 1. On the other side of the map, Ethan gets taken down, only 1 CT to survive, and the great thing about this for EHOME is they barely left any players alive throughout the rounds, which means Roar cannot come up with any great buy in round number 6. Probably the majority of the players would have loved it. They can't bring it up, and so 4-9, 4-3, 3-7. I'm taking it actually back. It was still no round where they barely get fought. That one, okay. My brain. I have to say sorry. It's my brain probably not working all right at the time. I mean, we got 8:46 a.m. in Germany, and I hope you excuse me. Who are the players to watch on these rosters? I would definitely keep my eyes peeled for Marek, first of all. Besides his extremely good rating, he's doing a good job, and talking about it as I'm answering your question, it is B slowly finding himself a double, X-Pro finding Ethan there as well, and Roar as well as Fjorn. Excuse me, Vadim as well as Fjorn, that's the right term. They're once more set on their own. You know, the thing is, what I find very in total, what I can tell you, dear, and I'm saying your name 100% wrong the entire time. I promise you, I do. Insomnia, I hope I say it right. It probably comes from the word insomnia, which is, I think, sleep deprivation, if I'm not totally wrong. Someone I would always look out for in my eyes is, and now I have to take a look at the team name. It's a Group A player. And that is from Max. His guy is Leo. The name is Leo, and Leo is one hell of a sick individual as a player. I know who he is. That's a lie. It's just me saying the wrong maps. Wrong maps. The wrong names. The name wrong. God damn it. English. This language, I swear. With that being said, we're in round number 7. EHOME. Yeah, their money is looking quite brilliant at the point in time. Their bank accounts and their accountants are quite happy with that. American coach shouldn't have too much of a problem. If I think he's cute. As far as I remember his picture, he actually is a decent looking human being. As it goes though. Decent looking, it doesn't do it right now. For Roar. Ethan Wind, Vadim, as well as Fed. They gotta live with the situation, as it could occur to be a tie very, very soon. No one so far on any of the sides. They're taking a lot of time with it. Fed. Oh, chasing in the wrong direction, but he can't do anything major about it anyway. He has the smoke in his hands, Merrick. Onto top mates, and then finds the frag onto the only rifle carrier. Roar Esports just coming in with free USPSs. They could at least try. And as only Ethan is alive, we can put that 4 free already in. Seems like we got ourselves that's tie closing out. Roar Esports, who brought us a great 4-0 scoreline in the start. Don't seem to go any further at that point in time. Once more, this is the EHOME pick, so we can actually consider that EHOME also knows what they're doing on this, especially on the CT side when it comes up. But first of all, 4-2 turns into 4-3. It's set Insomnia. Okay. You sound like a woman. That's fine. Wait, you are from Germany. Yes, I am. Sound like a woman. It's a little bit odd, and I just wait for people telling me that I sound like what is his name? Her name? Pansy. And then just like, where do you hear the British accent? Can you just give me that one? But sometimes, you know, that's the way it is. That being said, 4-3. And EHOME. And they're losing here already too against Vadim, who takes major control towards middle, allowing him to learn a lot more about the possible play that comes in right now from EHOME, as Ethan doesn't see a thing yet. But there comes one, and there comes two! That was well done from Ethan, and that seems to be the B-side. Easily taken, as Ethan also needs to find one more X-Pro taken out fairly fast, around not too much time invested. And I understand why Ethan did it. But there he lost himself an M4 because he wanted an AK, and I think he dropped it to his right instead of just waiting until he has the AK in his hands. Sometimes life can be hard and tough and especially rough, especially when you're losing an M4 that is worth $3,100. As it goes, he slowly he's taking the first one to win, but Fed is there to refrag. Very interesting flashes. That's nice to see. As it just directly pops in front of the entrance of the balcony instead of just throws it in. So EHOME, their economic reserves are fine. In case they're losing this round, they still got a few more dollars here and there. Five to 3. 4 versus 4 situation. Once more we see an EHOME playing it actually very late. 14 more seconds and the aggression. Fjorn doesn't see a thing. Though Vadim reacts properly, the bomb is already back on the site. one. He finds himself that first hit, has a little bit of a problem with 21 HP, but it's far away from impossible. There he goes. 5-3. Turns into 6-3. EHOME, though they get the bomb plant. 6-3 is happening, and so taking a look to my right, while that 6-3 happens, first of all, nice compliments, thank you very much, but I don't understand how people think I'm British. It's very simple. Listen to this. The thing is impossible. Impossible. The thing is impossible. You know, there's a very American thing, that kind of sound. It is more American. So I don't have an American accent, I would say. I have just some weird mixture of everything. And I think I don't sound like Squid as well. He's very British. He's a very British one as well. I don't know how people think... No. I'm not going into this. British accent is definitely not my type of thing, because when I try to do it, it sounds... well, quite pretty much like butchering the English language in every certain way you can. It seems like Roar, they have the opportunity to butcher their opponent right now here as well if they continue to go like this. As it goes that way, first of all, EHOME taking major mid control. The question is, how will they utilize that? Personally, they would have the option. Well, personally, I would do it that way to go towards underpass, pick up that control. Merrick just waits in front of his flames. Fed reacts starting time. Wind has a good positioning as well, so suddenly two are taken out on the EHOME site. And this is where the majorly Chinese team is not going into bankruptcy yet. Besides two individuals. But still, it's far away from comfortable at that point in time. They're insane. He comes out, he peeks, and he taps away Adam casually. But that should be right now Fed with 19 HP surviving. And there it goes. As it goes, just very, very close before closing off number one, already in the favor of 4, as the 8-3 seems to be pretty much determined at that point in time. We take a look at that. EHOME want to go in a proper buy and the following up rounds. Most of the time, the Roar is vulnerable bit. It comes down. To just that, and there it comes. It's gonna be insane. A very aggressive play together with his teammates until the B side is taken. That is something I like to see about EHOME a lot. The issue, from my point of view, is that EHOME usually plays it very slow. Roar can kind of adapt to it and figure a way. On the other side, though, when they're fast-paced playing it, they're on the right track. Now only be slowly on his own. He got an AK in hand, so he can tap away a few heads there, but seems like he rather goes for the save of that. Rather goes for Kitch. You know, I'm taking that back. Smart one, but a kid and 5 seconds. You gotta love to see it. Thank you very much, Insomnia. First of all, I have to excuse myself officially for saying your name wrong, because I think it's very, very impolite to say names wrong, but I wasn't sure. It's very unique. Thank you very much. That is a very nice thing to hear. But the only problem I have is that sometimes in my brain I have to comprehend what I actually want to say in German, from German to English, and then from English to actually speaking in a fluent kind of manner. If you know what I'm saying. It's a little bit difficult. But either way, there seems to be right now a Wind having no difficulty at all. With ease, he's securing himself a double towards short. And X-Pro as well as Fur seem to be lost. After just 25 seconds have passed, already 4 players down in the coffin, and 3 of those are from the EHOME site, as this seems to run away from them as Roar full throttle. And that full throttle 6-cylinder flat engine. Car reference coming out. Or straight 6. I don't know. I personally prefer a straight 6, only for the reason that I'm driving it, but flat 6 is always the best. Enough with the cars though. Full throttle EHOME needs as well. As for that point in time, they seem to be on very low torque. Whilst Ethan takes the height advantage coming in from top mid. No one expecting it either way. He finds himself a double clear, casual, and well done it is. As Roar Esports are close, very close to getting those double digits on the board for them. Guys, did you know the whole population of the world would fit into Texas? I doubt it. Hands down, I doubt it. First of all, the aggression from Vadim is even being rewarded. He just casually moves out of that connector section. And with that doing, he finds himself just that. That's just kind of incredible. There, losing one man after another. Finally, Fat taken out. Merrick there towards connected does a good. They're making it all possible. Flashbang popping in front of his face, but from short, the Cavaliers arrive and Vadim. He's gonna make the work together with his team. That's gonna be Ethan once more. And as we are seeing that, and 10-3, well, EHOME, they're really having a problem right now. Is this a female casting? I like her voice. I have to disappoint you. I'm basically in your brain a trap, as I'm a dude with just a comparatively high voice. So I'm sure I shattered a few dreams of a few guys out there who like to watch Counter-Strike, but I'm sorry for that. Speak in German 100% not. Think in English, I most of the time do. I try, and Portuguese is actually one hell of a tough language to learn, as it has a few similarities to Spanish, but then in the end it doesn't, and it is a very different accent, also language-wise. Kind of difficult to learn. I used to learn Italian, and I can actually speak Italian so far that I don't know Italian, but well, languages are my type of thing. Either way, Fed connected control in this round doesn't seem to be his type of thing, at least for the moment, though in total, they're doing a good job. Vadim doesn't even need to have that right click bind it to his mouse. X-Pro. Beautiful angle, and that might be the 4th round coming in case that Ethan, as well as Wind, will not be able to retake this. A little bit more difficult it will be. A side's gonna be taken. Actually, a flashbang seems to be more of the useful tool. Wind doesn't even react to it. Bomb has been planted. And that's Ethan as well as Wind trapped in a situation where it seems to be quite hard to retake it. They'll exactly get it taken out. 10-4, and EHOME finally find themselves another one on the board with a 10-5. It will be fairly okay to come back into this, if you ask me. I mean, you'll probably not have too much of a problem in the end. And with that being said, if Roar finds himself at 11-4, it's still okay, it's still quite possible, but it comes very much down to a pistol round. As in Asian CS though, pistol rounds are a little bit less relevant than in, for example, European or North American CS, as you very often see the following up round after the pistol is, well, very much developing in anyone's way. And as it goes through the smoky steps, Fjorn is finding himself two, bringing another two on the board. He has to find another two, that's the right way to say it, and no bomb being planted. First shit's comparatively close. His position unknown. He basically exposed himself with that. He was 100% known there. Now he just does it either way. Bomb comparatively open, and there seems to be no chance, except he goes for that one. He has a kid on his back and now could try to find it. He baits out another, but Insane finds him in the end. The first frag was beautiful, but Insane, he does not get pranked. Spider-Man is casting because he left Avengers. If you're kind of new, I very often have that Spider-Man tag on me. Because I don't know why. People think I'm sounding like Spider-Man, or I'm looking like Spider-Man as well. With exclamation mark caster, you can see a picture and then you can judge. But that 10-5 war now switching over to the T site. There's actually a pause being called. And the pause is being denied. Okay, also a way to do it. I have not 100% understood this 5-play pause thingy yet. But either way, major focus towards the B site. And that will be slowly staying hidden as long as possible, whilst the Merrick is going for the info on him. There comes the execution. Flashbang onto Merrick, but he still sees the information. There comes all he needs to know. Be slowly, though. He's smoked off. He finds himself 2, 3 with Merrick together, and suddenly it's all not working so well for War Esports right here. As it goes only down to Vadim. No chance he has. And people say, and people said, you know, EHOME already lost. EHOME, bad team. EHOME throwing, but you know, we're in it. Second half, 10-6, pistol round, and from then on, you can go further. So don't call it off too early. As you're casting a Chinese team, can you speak any Chinese phrase? No. I mean, ni hao, it's kind of obvious, but otherwise, First of all, Roar. They focus in very early on the east side, which kind of play they want to make. So as it goes, Insane with the M4 shouldn't have too much problem to hold up the free players that might just come onto that site. Vadim made the announcement, the B-side players having partial success. Now you could actually try to rotate back into this. The B-side is basically cleared out by Fed. There seems to be Fed not having too much of an option. Vadim, there's no one sure to say it like this. And with no one being sure, technically Vadim has a good option. Get himself that bomb down, but yeah, that has to be expected. First hits gets him, and so we got ourselves that 10-7 scoreline. There, the eco comes in for Roar. They didn't get a plan so far. Should be now very, very possible, if you ask me, for the lads of EHOME to find your way back into this. Friendly casters, Ash, thank you very much for that. I'm trying to be the most friendly guy. I'm answering all your questions and be a lovely and friendly voice, Spider-Man, female UK caster. All in one, by the way. And all in one, it should be EHOME. Having no major problem finding this round. The Glocks are nice tools to do something, but not major damage. As there, it's going to be finally Roar on those AKs. It's time to make those work, and it's time to show us what they can do with that. As they're now at least weaponry-wise forearmed for the situation. It's time to play by the book. And there, as we're talking about it, Vadim finds himself the first towards the B apartments, the only man alive directly on the side, and the only defender that will be Merrick, who still thinks Vadim. It's him down to 13, only with the FAMAS, and there's the assistance, X-Pro. Coming in fairly soon. And with that being said, 10-8 might turn into 10-9 soon. But first of all the teams need to focus through and get themselves on the right level. Finishing this off finally and once forever. The A side is gonna be attacked. Two smokes are still existent, so smoking off CT. That's fairly possible. First hits. He hears those steps. He's 100% aware in only 25 seconds. It could be the perfect timing here for the CT player to deny the bomb plant, but that one goes down and actually can't connect a shot onto the planter. Whilst over short, Marek comes and gave that information away. He sees a bit of the feet, a bit of the body. 2v2, 15 onto Ethan. Logically not the best of a situation, but as we have 8 and 28 HP, that should be working out, technically speaking, if he gets those shot running. And there's one to find. He gets himself that headshot. In the end, Marek closes it out. It was so tight there in the end. But 10-8 turns right now, right here, into 10-9. Will you cast Rekka after this? Yes, I do. Rekka is just directly coming after this game. You can dub Tom Holland. I'll DM him in a second. Just give me a few minutes, okay? After the game, I'll DM him. And I'll ask him if he's cool with that. I would also take his role, don't get me wrong. But, I think he doesn't want me to take his role. From caster to Spider-Man actor, that would be one hell of an upgrade. Either way, though, EHOME, they're coming very close to the tie. And as the tie is coming up further and further, Fed is fairly not interested in that. Gets the headshot 100% set onto B slowly, and so Merrick gonna do the job. The Taiwan player, who so far delivered a quite okay performance. Can't deny it too much. Still the AWP back in the kitchen is a big obstacle to get over with. And as Roar has now made their way onto the site, the smoke is going to pop towards the window, denying the AWP for the moment. Grenade not doing its actual intended job. That kitchen, all gates closed. Trespassing not allowed. And that's basically the signs EHOME has put up here. At least for Roar to not come towards CT and take their guns away. So the 11-9 will be set. The CT economy is still fairly fine with Merrick having 5.9 on the board. He shouldn't have too much of a problem. Be slowly, possibly getting a drop from Insane.
Terrorists win.
And as 11-9 is on the board. Not quite certain how this ends. At 11-9, I mean, it comes very much down to EHOME at that point. If they're able to not find themselves on round number 21, I have a very bad feeling about this. Because their economy is pretty much shattered. 2.2 is the maximum on Insane, and he won't majorly benefit from that, so Roar can just technically run away with it. We'll see how that will happen, though, as 1 minute is left on that clock. Not quite sure how that will go, because time pressure onto Roar make them feel shaky fairly easy. We had that on Inferno, and let's see that this not will be a repetition of it, or possibly it will be. 2 on the A site. Only Insane, only first shits. With those 30 seconds, you gotta be as quick as you can. Insane holding himself towards T-ramp, wants to stay hidden. And as there, Ethan finds himself be slowly, the A side is taken. No smoke towards CT, interestingly enough. They don't have one. Flashbang is also not going to be popped. The plant not denied either way, but Merrick now known. The player from Ram found as well, and it seems like EHOME is not taking control of that. X-Pro running away with the op. The best option you have right there, because otherwise, $4,750 you don't want to lose, but then a win coming in from behind. 12-9, EHOME. We're seeing it. Insane having the maximum with 4.1, whilst Merrick, goes there 3.6, and how many losing bonus? A second. The third one coming up. Then going under 2.0 with X-Pro is kind of debatable, but still it shouldn't affect everything too much. And X-Pro directly goes underpass or up middle, taking that back. And let's see how successful that ZZ might be. As it seems to be at the moment, not as successful as you would like to. They're holding themselves, most of them towards short here. In the little hut. Wind has no Molotov anymore, so you can't really get them out of there. And Wind has a great aim there. By the way, X-Ray is a fig the player starts. Just a little joke on the side, but Roar, they would probably do their best by not attacking the B side. Talking about it, the USPS is successful. And Wind has the option, together with his teammates, to take control towards A. There's only one individual waiting there, which is Insane. He now has been spotted out as well and can be easily taken out. So B slowly is the last man alive. With the standard issue pistol, he found the frag, but not anymore. Fjorn taking him out. 13-9. And EHOME It's sad to see. Because their money is pretty much down after that one. As Roar already finished off their own map, Pick Inferno, in the first overtime quite well. Winning that one as well would bring them the 3 rounds, excuse me, the 3 points for the standings of the group. So as it starts, Vadim finds X-Pro. They're taking their time once more. In mid, no presence from the EHOME site. It's Roar just 3 rounds away from success. Gain another victory during the group stage of the I-League Season 5 Asia Qualifier. And there it goes. Fjord finding himself insane. Another man down. EHOME getting 2 in the coffin already, getting a little bit under pressure here. The bomb has not been picked up. Through short. Where it gets right kind of direction. 4 versus 3. The A site should now be taken, but the bomb could be denied. First, it does so, and the quick reaction from Roar is extremely relevant right now. So Ethan lurks around, but not so useful yet. At least finding a frag, but you still have to retrieve the bomb somehow, and first hits. He could find both, he doesn't do so. 22 more seconds to get on the site, and Ethan has to be hella fast to clean it out. Because if the plant is going to be denied and Merrick can hold himself as tight as possible, then we'll get a little bit tricky right now. Merrick back onto the A site. He has the option to find both. He does so, and now he only needs to hide himself. Ethan has 5 seconds to do so. He needs to find Merrick, and he doesn't! EHOME somehow getting with a quad onto Merrick. The round they need. Into double digits they are, and Roar cannot extend to the 14th. Way much more should have happened here from Roar. And then they suddenly lose control in a round that could have been easily there. So I remind you, this is a 13-9 scoreline, a 3 versus run. 3 versus run. No idea if anyone would have called run 3 versus 1, of course. As it goes insane, finding a double, that MP9. So the terrorists, it's not the right time to look shaky. So as it occurs, first hits, finding himself in an uncomfortable situation. There's still a good bunch of time left. Expert check doesn't get found. The UMP gets fed in the end. There's our 2 months to go. That terrorist site suddenly got a little bit out of control. CT is playing it very defensive, and so that's not so great to see, because you see 2 down to 1.9 as well as 2K. Very, very similar money lines you're having here. Can they somehow now close this out or not? It's Roar pretty much being forced to find that round. This is a sad thing about this Roar after this one. The economic situation will not be 100% the best. I mean, Vadim and Co, they can still kind of make it work. It's the 3rd losing bonus. I'm not quite sure if in those 60 seconds War will seal the deal or not. Once more they seem to play it on the brink. Once more they seem to play it rather late. A bit of control Insane has gathered. Should give him a good bunch of ideas how it will go. First of all, Vadim tries to hit the first shots there. Can't connect into anything onto the B site. 30 more seconds. If they find first hits, then they've done a quite good job of taking the A site. Now he's known. Rotates back to CT. 24 more seconds for that bomb to be planted. And I am not quite sure why this is all going towards the B site right now. Where's Fjord's information? Where's the information from Fjord that actually that A site is fairly clear? They saw right now one guy rotating to CT and then they could have all made the aggression towards the A site, but nope. Oh, Roar. What are you doing right now? It should have never been the case, but for some reason... giving it away like that. As we see, are probably the best idea would right now to go for some pistols. Fjorn gets one from his teammate. And I have to say, I'm still not a fan of those very slow-paced kind of plays. War is coming at us. Because round after round gets more and more sinister with that. It seems like EHOME have adapted to it by not taking too early aggression. Right now the total opposite is happening. Fed can't connect the first one there with his deagle. It's been too beautiful to see. Now I'm waiting for Vadim to hit his shots. Not gonna happen. Top mids also aggression works. X-Pro though taken out of the sniper's nest. So Fjorn got himself an AK secured. How well can he utilize that gun? First of all, the Molotov not gonna deal him any damage. He's kinda secure for the moment. Whilst though at the A site, his teammate Vadim dies. And he can't just fairly easy rotate through. Flashbang's gonna come in. Wrong timing to do that though. And so at least Galil, Ethan could consider to bring into the next round, but that's probably not gonna happen. "45 more seconds, 3 opponents, no armor, 22 HP. Speaks all for itself. And that 13 to 13 is set. Next up after this is, by the way, Assad Absolute versus the lads of Rekka. I'm very excited to see that, because both teams, not Chinese first of all, and also having a very interesting playstyle. Here comes the first though. X-Pro finding Vadim. Ethan taking a good bunch of damage through that. The grenade goes deep, and Merrick, speaking the new Kobe right here. With 2 players less. I mean, to just give you a kind of brief idea, Raw was on the right track, having a 10-5 lead, and then 3 rounds right there. Looked like they could easily bring this home, but at one point they got a little shaky. At one point, some switch has been flicked over in the EHOME win mode. Now Roar has to find the way in 45 seconds to approach any side successful enough, or rather, which seems to be the better idea, go for some kind of safe. They don't have too much dollars in their bank accounts, and it seems like exactly that Could be the case. Fjorn hopes to find a frag, possibly, but loses his gun instead. That bomb is not going to happen. That plant is definitely not going to happen, and I hope Fed is not even daring to take that aggression. Is it 19 seconds? Needs to find 2 runs. Can somehow jump out. Finds himself one. But there's another one alive. Back on the B site. 14-13. Not the best spike coming in from Roar, but they still can make it work. Another pause, Vadim is calling, and a lot of tension probably right now in the team speak of Roar Esports. I don't know how you feel about it. Kind of worried I am. And as the worried individual I sometimes am regarding that. Two more for EHOME. And I remember a few minutes back, and I was a good bunch a few minutes back, I said, Roar, they just need, well, they just need 3 more, then they're good to go. But as you see, and as the terrorist side economy is pretty much down the drain after that one, I personally feel we're not going to see much more in case EHOME picks up this round. As it goes, 60 seconds. 60 seconds to build up a proper A-site take. First hits together with the teammates. Seem to do it right. Fjorn up on the top, needs to be found. Spray's not on point, and I'm not sure why Insane is taking that when all the players could come around him anytime. EHOME only down to Marek as well as the teammates slowly. Nifa taken out. You should also know where Fjorn is. Slowly, he is slowly. Both have a kit, so they gotta use the time as well as they can. As the smoke pops, this is a big sign of danger coming in. Marek, he can pass. He can find 2. Now he goes for the defuse. Wind is back there in connector, and now where is B slowly to defend his teammate? There he comes! And that's number 15 for EHOME. Roar had a great post-plant defense there, but for some reason, it's gonna be Marek and be slowly ripping it apart bit by bit. And giving now Roar nothing else than only the opportunity to bring this in overtime or just lose. Round where it all decides for Roar. As it goes, oh, what? X-Pro Shack with a beautiful shot on the Fed, and Insane, if he just keeps up his patience, he finds 2. He possibly does. No, he gets denied in the process, but that is only Vadim alive. Vadim taken out, 16-13. My god, what a game we just had there. It looked like Roar, with that 13-10 scoreline, didn't even have a problem in finding that in the end. Then they somehow get denied as EHOME starts to go full throttle in there. 10-5 it was during the halftime for Roar Esports. Looked like a casual win. EHOME, they didn't stop. And with that not stopping, we got ourselves Mirage in favor of the Chinese-Taiwanese side. Each team is getting a point right now in this best-of-2 series. Next up is Rekka versus Asset Absolute. Till then, we're going to take a little break. We'll just be right back, and we're going to see the final best-of-2 of today of the Group B.
LootBet, online esports betting. Dota, CSGO, Overwatch, Hearthstone, and many more. Bet on tournament matches or in-game events while viewing them live. Deposit using money, bitcoins, or even skins. Join LootBet now. Use the code you see here when you deposit and grab your bonus.